Hey everybody, welcome back to the Booshakalaka podcast. I'm your host Tiffany, joined my co-host Pierre.
Hi, you guys. I'm here with a heartfelt apology to everyone.
Yes, we are closing out Pride Month with Mortal Kombat Annihilation. This was a really gay movie. I don't care what anybody says. It was pretty gay. It was pretty weird, and I am so sorry to come down from that high of our 100th episode for our 101st episode. Here we are. It is the sophomore slump. It is the movie after they win the Best Actress or Best Actor award. Here we are, Mortal Kombat Annihilation. The synopsis: a group of martial arts warriors has only 6 days to save the Earth from an extra-dimensional invasion. What the fuck ever. I don't care.
I go both ways. I don't even know. Is that cranberry juice?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I love you. I know it's good. Ooh, it's got ice in it. We start this movie off as if we don't care.
The Earth is in shambles.
The Earth is in shambles with the worst CGI I've ever seen in my life. Drew said that the CGI was terrible, but I really didn't understand until I watched the opening sequence, because we opened the movie up in shit water. It's just murky. It
is very murky.
Yeah,
oh my god.
Murky. So basically, we start the movie like at the end, like the beginning of this movie is the end of that movie, even though we have complete differences in characters. Like everybody was recast except Liu Kang.
They didn't even try to keep them similar. Sonya had long hair in the first one, and she had a bob, bitch, in this one.
What was going on? What was going on? Now, I had to look up why this movie is hated so much. The casting was the main part. The terrible CGI was another part. And then their issue was they just threw in too many characters and didn't really follow up storylines.
When I tell you, I didn't know who half of these people were. I had to I was done Googling, so I just started describing them.
We will get into all of this during this review, because this is a hate review. It's just like a bunch of, nothing's really happening. It's just like a bunch of warriors coming down. Everything looks different. Like it doesn't even look like Earth anymore. And then we are met with the worst entrance I've ever seen in a movie with Shao Kahn. And Shao Kahn is trying to talk.
What happened to the Emperor?
That is the Emperor. He is the Emperor. They just didn't say his name.
So you weak, pathetic fools, I come for your souls. And then he just turned into a white man. Okay.
Shao Kahn, yes, which a lot of these characters aren't white. But Shao Kahn is the Emperor, yes. So he comes down in a mask that he can't talk in. And he just
pulled that from Django. It's hot as hell under here.
So he's just like, threatening. Here come Raiden, totally different actor. He got his hair in a ponytail for some reason. Now, I also felt like with this movie, a lot what they were trying to do was related to the game, because I feel like they felt like they got complaints about it not being like the game, but instead of adding a little bit of blood, like they did in Rush Hour, like they popping people in the head in Rush Hour, but they couldn't in this movie. So they exactly. So they took moves, like the special moves from the game, and just threw it all in the movie. So Raiden and Shao Kahn are fighting, and you see like their little special moves. All that. The only way you could beat Goro, everybody who knows Mortal Kombat 3, you could not beat Goro without getting Raiden and just slamming him to the wall. It's impossible. But they were just doing these special moves. Nothing was working. Okay, so then Shao Kahn grabs a whip, because now we're in Batman Returns and this is Catwoman. And so he at the department store slinging the whip at mannequins.
I was thinking Django again.
And he grabs Sonya. He about to crush her head. And then Raiden's like, well, if you kill her, I'm going to kill your men. And of course, we're met with with Shao Kahn's. Now, remember when he first arrived, these weren't their generals, but now he has all these people. We got Shiva. We have Sindel makes an appearance. This was so
Motaro.
Thank you. Motaro, Rain, Ermac. Yeah, they're all there. And they're just, and so Raiden's like, I'll kill all these
I like how they're just, how the characters just sit there and they just rock back and forth. That's literally what they're doing.
They were trying to make a video game.
And snaring.
And so he's like, I'll destroy your men if you don't let her go. So then I don't know why, but Johnny Cage, played by another different actor, decides to.
He was the closest.
Okay. All right. I'll give you that. Which I mean, I'm a hard white guy, brown hair, sunglasses. At least he had on the same outfit. But he has to use his move from the game. You know, his shadow kick doesn't work, just like it would have in the game against Shao Kahn. And then Shao Kahn like grabs his neck and he's dead. And everybody's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe he did that."
And then how did they put him on that rock shrine? What was that?
Well, he fell down, and then the rock shrine came up from the ground.
Oh,
does it make sense? No. Does it need to make sense?
But you know what pissed me off the most about this intro of the movie? Johnny Cage never had the chance to prove he was not a fake.
Well, I assume
because now he's dead. I'm pissed.
Didn't somebody mail a letter and be like, "Hey, he was in that tournament. He be girl."
Well, he didn't even get a chance. He was ready to go. Like they got back to China, got back to Liu Kang, Monkville, and boom, here come Emperor. Like he didn't even get a chance.
Thank you, because you're the only person who's going to address a plot point in this whole damn movie. So Shao Kahn blasts Raiden, and then he like, "Gotta go, y'all. Peace." So in 6 days, Outworld and Earthrealm will merge, and it will be essentially hell on Earth. So it's time to go underground.
Earthrealm, so I guess it'll be Earthworld.
Go to hell. So I guess it's time to go underground, and it looks like Mummy Returns. Like they down there with torches and shit. Like I'm like, what year is this? What are we doing? And we get to some balls under the earth. They use the Earth's core to run.
Those were pinballs. Space Cadet popped in my head. And I got mad. I got mad. You remember Space Cadet?
You know what popped in my head? Freddy Krueger playing with Jason. But
maybe yes.
So the explanation. So there's this rumor that if Katana and Sindel reunite, because her mom killed herself, but she's alive now. If they reunite, then the portals close. Nobody explains how that's supposed to solve any. That makes no sense. Like zero sense.
You get what you get, and you don't pitch a fit.
Yeah, and now this, I don't like even how they changed these characters in this movie. Sonya in the first movie was a completely different character than this movie. She's so whiny in this movie. She's acting like a little brat. Like, Johnny died. I don't want to listen. Why did Johnny have to die? This is stupid. Whatever, Raiden. Like, it was just like, so do you care that, or do we just need to drop you off? Like, I would have just took her home.
Do you see what the Earth looks like?
Like, ma'am.
Johnny is a non-factor.
You barely liked him. Like, it was just a lot. Like, the whole movie.
Let me tell you something about life. When you date somebody for a very long time, they can show you how they're not the person for you. When you date someone for a short time, they're not given the opportunity to show you that. So you long for what could have been. So that's why Sonya was sad. That's why it's harder to get over the shorter relationships than it is the longer ones.
I didn't know they were in a relationship. I thought they just had dinner at the same Shaolin monk that everyone else did.
They were starting a relationship, my friend.
Oh, like Liu Kang and Katana, because they're starting their relationship as well.
So the whole time, Shao Kahn is in real life. Is he Vin Diesel's brother?
No, but you know him before. You know him. He like plays a lot of villains. You know, you've seen him before because he does have a villain face. You know, he got that mouth, that I don't know. You know, he got that mouth. But he played a lot of stuff before.
Okay.
But no, that's not. Go to hell. He's just bald. So they get into these balls that are powered by the Earth's core. Makes no sense. They travel around the world. So Katana
should be hot as hell.
Katana and Liu Kang go one way. Sonya Blade go another way because she got to go get Jax because they need help. They need fighters.
She goes with Raiden.
Yeah. Well, Raiden got to go and meet with the Elder Gods, so he drop her ass.
Well, she goes with Raiden. Yeah,
she goes but I'm just saying they're not going to be together for long because he got to go talk to the Elder Gods and see why this happened.
If you say these balls one more time, get to the next part because we must talk about Sub 32.
Well, I don't know if you want to go there first or you want to meet Jax first. We can meet Jax a little
bit.
No,
we're gonna
that pisses me off.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go with Sub 32.
Okay, so Liu Kang and Katana, romantic moment, attack. So they get attacked by Smoke and random guys. Did you bring up Smoke or did Drew bring up? Okay, you brought up Smoke. So this is Smoke. So. Congratulations. He uses none of his moves. But Liu Kang fights him while
legendary reasons.
While Katana fights random guys. Why is she fighting them? So she can show her fans off. Because it was, we haven't seen the fans, we see the fans. Oh my god!
Them fans that Thank you, Kitana. But let's
Another
outcome
thing,
sub 32. It's got to be sub 32. I will not give him any other name. He's like, you killed my brother, Liu Kang, but I'm going to help you because the earth is about to die, which is what I was saying. Like, Sonya, there's bigger fish to fry here. We got to put our differences aside and we got to do what we got to do. How does he know Kitana is the key to survival? This rumor is going around, baby. They playing telephone all in Outworld. They know everything.
I don't like that though. That doesn't make sense.
Does this movie make sense? No. So Scorpio comes out. Is this still Scorpio?
Not Scorpio.
Scorpion.
No, you're a Scorpio.
Hey.
Ma'am, I don't know. Could have sworn he
so
died.
We're gonna call him
I could have sworn he died.
Scorpio
because he has two things coming out, but they look worse. It's like the CGI looks worse.
Pseudo Scorpio comes out. Everything is really, like you said, murky. I believe in the first movie, everything had like hues of green and gold. This one is just, it's doo-doo. It's brown. It's gross. I don't like it. But the CGI was literally blowing my mind. And then like I felt like I was in a Charlie's Angels movie because I felt like the Prodigy was playing. Like it was like, I'm a fire starter, twisted fire starter. That's what it sounded like. That's what I was just like.
I will say another reason why this movie did bad is because they said the fight scenes had terrible choreography, which they did, because the whole fight between Sub-Zero and Scorpion was just again
and Sub 32.
And Sub 32. I'm sorry, but again, it felt like fan fodder. Like, ooh, let me show you the moves that they use in the game. Like literally, that's all it was. And then it's like kick, kick, punch, punch here. So,
but it gets worse. Let's talk about how it gets more worser. Because while Lou is chatting it up with Sub 32, Scorpion comes out the bike and he grabs Kitana by her neck and he yells out, "Suckers!" And then he warps into Nickelodeon Gak. Because what the fuck was that?
We watched a movie with someone. Is that Chucky who said that shit? That's what it sounded like. Sucker. Like I was like, Who threw that in the game?
I don't know. Don't care.
Suckers?
Was pissed. I hate this movie, y'all.
Okay, so can I get to my favorite part? My least favorite part.
Is that Sonya and Jax?
Yes. Because in the first movie, I'm not going to say like Jax was like super intelligent. We didn't really get that much out of him. But he seemed to be like a special forces cop.
A different character.
Yes, a different
person. I'm sorry, different person.
Yes, because he's bald.
And he's light-skinned. With freckles.
So he did seem to have some sort of like tactical, like just some sort of mind. Because, he was the one telling Sonya, like, Sonya, stop. We shouldn't do that. Come back. Like, he seemed to be the voice of reason with Sonya. In this movie, he is damn shit. And that is whack. That's all his dialogue is random black guy anger. Like, that's all it was. It was just like, man, what we doing this? And what we talking about? And you dissing me and Sonya and now, man, tell me what's going on. And then
Don't be dissing me.
It was just such a caricature of a black man, and I did not like it because I'm like, Jax is literally a special forces cop, just like Sonya. So the fact that they made him like just, I didn't understand what they were going with. She get dropped off at a random facility, I don't know, it looked like the place where the Power Rangers be. And he getting his metal arms and he just strapped to the table, ain't nobody in the building, everybody gone.
Who strapped him to the table?
He was like, where's everybody at? She's like, they're probably dead. That doesn't explain nothing. But she unhooked.
So when she gets there, the whole facility is wrecked. Yeah. Nobody is in there. The only person in there is Jax. So
why didn't they kill him?
He was in a cryogenic freezer. I don't know how to say that word.
He was on a table.
He gets himself out because he uses the strong arms. You gotta use some strong hand. He uses strong arms to break off his
how they look,
restraints. Huh?
How'd they look? What the They were clearly
they look like something. They didn't use CGI on them. They were practical. They didn't look bad. I don't think that they looked bad. They were fine.
To be fair, I mean, yes. I think the reboots look better just because they look more. But
right. I mean, that was made almost 30 years later. But they were fine. But Sonya's like, well, we gotta fight now. And he's like, wait, what? That part was that reaction was reasonable. Like, what are you talking about? Fight who?
Yeah.
Here comes Cyrax. By the way, I had to look him up. I hated his padding. His padding was very round. He was very rounded at the top. It was not attractive. It was not aesthetically pleasing. Like, I need some. He was round. He comes in with his 6 locks in his hair. They fight again. She takes the she says it later. I don't know what's up with the women taking the leftovers, which are not playable characters in Mortal Kombat, just the background characters that cheer in the background, you know, like that. She takes them, she fights them, blah 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 blah. Jax is getting his ass beat because he hasn't really used these arms, which is understandable. I appreciated that. They didn't make him like amazing as soon as he got them. Cool, thank you. Great. Sonya's power move. What is it called?
The Kiss of Death.
The Kiss of. It's not called a power move. What is it called?
I mean,
special
finisher.
Move? Special
yeah,
move.
Finisher. Yeah.
So in the game, she goes, mwah, and her kiss literally comes and kills you. In this game, she picks up some dust off the ground, inhales very deeply. I'm like, the dust could have gone in your throat, Sonya. What are you doing? And she blows it at him. And because there's like a fire, I guess she blew, I don't know, powdered gas. And I guess since there's a fire right by Cyrax, and it just knocks him the fuck out. And they're like, whoo, we did it. High five, her and Jax. And they look down like, oh shit, we got to start running because something's about to blow. They run. You see them running, and then you see, boom, there's no way. There's, I mean, it is literally.
It's the leprechaun explosion.
Somebody pulled up a tarp that had a drawing of a fire on it, and they jumped in front of it because I was so mad. And the cuts are so.
They overuse green screen in this movie, y'all. They overuse green screen, so it's like green screen came out this year, and they were like, "All right, use it."
I think somebody gave them a really freaking good deal, and they said you have 30 days, use this up to your ability. And then they said, okay, well, we're not going to do anything practical because we're going to use this green screen that we paid for. That's the only thing that I can get. But I will say this Sonya was a better fighter than the previous Sonya because I mean,
yeah. I agree with that. Back over in Shao Kahn's land, that face you're making is hilarious. Back over in Shao Kahn land, his minions get in arguments. Now they do. Now this
Shiva and Montoro. Shiva is the one with the 4 arms, and Montoro is the.
Yeah, don't they look better than Goro's did though in this movie?
Yes, but what is Montoro was a half horse?
He's a centaur.
He's a centaur. Yeah. They had so much sexual chemistry. I wanted them to get a room.
Okay, that's what I was about to say. So this is from the game. They do have beef. Okay. Like this is legit. They literally have beef. So I that they.
That's why, because they got so much sexual chemistry.
Even though they don't play with shit else from the game, but they played with that. So they're in there arguing, jumping. I always wonder who would win because it's hard to beat him in the game. But anywho, so Shao Kahn come in, he killed Rain. Again, wasted character. We never get to see Rain's powers. Like that was just a wasted character.
Nope.
So he kills Rain and he like, who's gonna be my next general? So they up there arguing. This shit was funny though. I love this part. Cause it's like, you know, they just trying to pitch and Montaro can't be trusted. Like, girl, like she's a hater. But at the end, he don't even choose Ermac, which that's a character that could have been so whatever. They don't use him because he has, you know, he's the guy who has like 1,000 souls in him. They don't use him at all. We don't know anything about that. But he ends up choosing Sindel because, of course, he was going to do that anyway because it's Sindel and she's a drag queen. So he chooses the drag queen to be his general. And I don't even know what the point of a general is. She does one thing as his general, but okay.
She has all the one-liners.
So we
too bad you will die,
girl. We'll get to that. Okay. Do we care about?
She did that in the beginning. Yeah. She did that one at the beginning.
Yes. Her acting was just okay. So anyway, Raiden. So Raiden talked to the Elder Gods. How he asked them 3 questions. They answer him vaguely and don't give him no answer. Like it's like, how can he do this? Because he can. We can't stop him. It is what it is.
He broke the rules, and they said that reuniting Kitana with her mother is the key to breaking Khan's hold on the Earth realm. But then the other Elder God says, "Nah, you just got to kill him." Why not both?
But again, if the Elder Gods are telling him, then how did Sub-Zero know? It's shit like that wasn't making sense. So again. Sub-Zero is just like Liu Kang. Sub-Zero tells Liu Kang he needs to meet Nightwolf. We talked about him in the last movie. I mean, last review. So Liu Kang go to meet Nightwolf. We don't see Sub-Zero again at all. He don't like. Sir, I could have used your help. You can freeze things, but whatever. We never see him again.
We don't see Scorpion again either.
No, I mean, this happens throughout the movie. Again, this was why the movie went bad, because people were like, well, what happened to this storyline?
I think it was one costume and they were just spray painting it.
To be fair, I'm not even about to argue with Tiffany because she's absolutely right. But I will disagree with the spray painting. They probably use crayons.
Well, they had two of them, one for Smoke and Scorpion, because they're never in a room together.
Girl,
and then one for Scorpion and pseudo Scorpion and Sub 32.
So Liu Kang is in a desert because, of course, he is. Because how did he get to the desert? We don't know. There's just a desert, and
because where would Nightwolf be?
That's so feels racist. So he get attacked by a wolf, and it's him fighting with the cameraman, basically. Because I swear I don't remember no wolf. I remember half of Night. Now his face coming from the transformation of a wolf
was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. Did it? But yes. I think that was all that they had in the budget. They're like, well, let's use just $1 million on this. Oh, we only got $600,000
because baby, they ran out when the dragon comes out.
Okay, hold on. So he's sitting up there with Nightwolf. They smoke a peace pipe, and he like
that was ayahuasca. That was ayahuasca. That was ayahuasca. That was ayahuasca. Had to have been. Come on.
So he like, Liu Kang, you got to find your animality. And if you want to beat Shao, now this pissed me off. This is the worst part of the movie. If you want to beat Shao Kahn, Liu Kang, you got to pass 3 tests. I don't know. You got to forgive yourself. What did he say? Forgive yourself. Forget something. You got something. It was 3 things.
The first ritual is self-esteem,
okay,
courage, and focus, which is already 3, bitch. How dare you? And the second comes in a form of temptation. And the third one, who knows?
Exactly, because it never happens. So the
third one is you got to really lose a fight and be about to die.
So the first thing he does, he drugs him. That's what he does. He drugs him, and then he just sitting up there. He like, think about Katana. He like, Katana. So he having a fever dream about Katana, and then he wakes up. Nightwolf gone. Never see Nightwolf again. And then we see sexy Asian lady enter the room. Now she is fine as hell. She come in. She like rubbing all up on him, grinding all up on him.
No way, is she coming in lingerie?
Like lingerie, exactly. And you know, he like, nah, I got a girlfriend. Chill out on that shit, bro. I ain't even trying to fool with you like that. Like, I'm trying to stay on the straight now. You know what I'm saying? I got a girl.
Right. I know. My parents told me I should stick with Asian women, but I'm about to.
Oh my god! I just realized
when I'm about to highlight this Latin lady.
I feel so stupid right now because I just realized that Liu Kang was Asian. But anyway, so he rejects her, and she say, "You think I'm pussy?" Slap. So, and baby, then she do a twirl. She turns into Wonder Woman. Dun 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 dun. She whipping his ass. It's Jade. So, yes, Jade is Asian in this movie, and she's black in every other movie. I mean, every other game. I mean, literally in every game. But whatever. We don't mind race swapping when it's like that. Do whatever. So she whipping his ass. Liu Kang can't fight for shit. Maybe, I don't know, maybe because she was a woman and he felt some type of way. Or he was on drugs. But she made a good point. How you gonna be Shao Kahn when I'm whooping your ass? That was the best point of the movie. Because she's tearing him apart. And then he manages to get her upper hand on her. Do you notice her hair changes when she's good and then when she's evil? Like when she's evil, it's spiky. And then when she's good, it's like a little ponytail with a bang. And she all
like the end of Urban Legends.
I wanna go home and I never want to talk to you again.
So looks like you are home.
She giggling in the sand. He like, what the hell is going on? And then she like, it was a test. This is the second test. And so she like, okay, we gotta go. We gotta go find everybody. And he like, well, that's, Nightwolf said 3. This only 2. She said, no, just follow me. And we test her done. Never mentioned again. Never see Nightwolf again. Don't even understand how she got there. Like, I don't know. Did she kill him?
He went to craft services table with Sub 32 pseudo Scorpion.
I wonder what the food budget was on this movie.
Bologna fucking sandwiches.
Okay, so mind you, Sonya and Jax are still walking through the desert. I don't like this is just a desert. So as they're walking through, Sonya and like Jax is asking very relevant questions. What's going on? Tell me things. Johnny's dead, and nobody told me why he had to die. Who is Johnny? The last time I saw you, you were on a boat. Think about it.
You were running through smoke. I didn't even see you get on the boat, baby.
So she got all like she just sitting there. They split up. He yelling, and again, I don't like this whole black man. Like he just over there yelling in the mountains, and she just walking and just here come Melina. We don't know it's Melina because she never says her name. We don't know anything about her, but we know she got.
I wish they would have done the reptile like they did in the first one for every character that came up on the screen. Put it like down at the bottom, like a reality TV show. Montaro, age 32, from Oakland, California. Something.
I agree with you because I did like that reptile thing, but it would just been nice to hear Melina. Like, so Melina whipping her ass. Then it's like a mud fight. It's fanfare for the boys. The little 13-year-old boys like, ooh, they're in mud and they're yay. I don't know how she beat Melina because Melina just pissed me off. So she beat Melina. We don't even get to see her mouth. So she killed Melina, and when she kills her, they see the dragon thing again. It twirls, it disappears. Now this is where I lose all respect for the movie. So she beat Melina. She all muddy. She in the mud. This CGI monster comes alive, and then Jack starts punching it, and then it just goes back into hell.
Troll. That's what I wrote down. Troll.
What the fuck is this? What is this?
I don't know. But Lou and Jade come up. They come back up with Jax and Sonya, and they cuss. She cussing.
Liu Kang.
Sonya said, "Wait a minute. Where's Kitana? You left her for this? For this piece of trash?
Getting all up in his ass." Okay, so Raiden made a deal. Raiden made a deal with the Elder Gods. Hey, so I'm gonna give him my powers and I'm gonna go hang with my buddies. But why, Raiden? What can you do? So Raiden gets the buzz cut.
Please, give me just a second. They're talking, and then the camera pans up to the sky, and Raiden flips out of literally nowhere.
Never give up hope.
Back the mountain doesn't open up. He literally, it's like this. Like, here's my hand, and then here's Raiden. Like,
it's like when Mario enters a new world.
Because you become mortal, you lose your hair, which is true because as we get older, we do lose our hair.
Well, no, Tiffany's wrong about this, you guys. So what happens is the way he lost his hair is he went to the camp that Andy was at, and he met with old boy, and he was like, "Oh, your hair's long, time for come see me," and he went and got his buzz cut. So that's how he got his hair cut. So Raiden come out, and Raiden just, he come out, he like, never give up hope. He says that, then he starts to read every single person in the cast. He like, oh, does she fight as good as she look? And why you got them arms? What's up with them? I don't mean no disrespect, but I mean, you need to look inside.
I did not know that the library was open.
Like, Liu Kang.
I'm telling you guys, this is a pride move. Like, come on. Come on.
He was reading them all for filth. And it's like, damn, Ray, you ain't gonna give me no like motivation. So they don't get time for no motivation because here come horses. Here comes Shao Kahn and wild horses
couldn't drag me away.
Here comes Sindel and Shao Kahn, and he like
her scream wasn't even loud enough for us to even be worried about it.
So we have to use the moves from the game. So here she goes. She's using her scream that she never uses again in the movie. And she just blows up a bunch of mountains. And Raiden uses.
Why did she blow up Sonya's head?
So Raiden uses the last little bit of his powers to transport them to Outworld that they were already technically in, because isn't Earth Realm merging with Outworld? Like,
he took them on the other side of the mountain.
Why couldn't they walk around?
And they only have horses, so it'd take a while for them to get over there. Come on, that's all he did.
Yeah, they go over there.
And then he drops the bomb. Then he drops the bomb on everybody. Y'all, oh, sorry, I meant to tell you, but Shao Kahn, my brother. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, and my father's an elder god. And they just like, Raiden, you didn't tell us this. They don't have time to react because here comes Sindel screaming again, but not a sonic scream, just a like, I was like, girl, what the fuck are you doing? And then she uses her other move from the game, her little star screamer. It comes out of her mouth. She blasts Raiden. How Raiden is surviving getting blown through walls, stone,
he still has his
walls.
Power. He has to still have his power. I think he had like a 2-hour period, and then they wore off for real.
It's waning. So, and then we're met with 3 reptiles, even though Reptile got squished by Liu Kang in the first game. So Raiden fights the 3 reptiles. I don't know what the hell everybody else is doing because they weren't fighting anybody. Think about it. Raiden fought them on his own. And so he beats the 3 reptiles, and then Sindel just knocked out. And he like, what the hell happened? And Jade is like, oh, she had blasted you when she was on top of that tower, and I went and I kicked her from behind. And everybody just like, yeah, she did it. And I'm like,
didn't check no pulse or nothing.
I'm like, so what was y'all doing? Like, how did she get up there? Sindel was on the top. Okay. So Katana, reunite with your mama so we can close this and we're gonna end this movie because it's almost over. And so she goes, she like, Mom, I love you. And Sindel like,
you fools.
I have never loved you. So here we go. Straight drama, straight gay, straight F-A-G. So, and then here go Jade. Her ponytail gets spiky again. It was so easy. And she's just like, oh, you've been tricked. The legend was a lie. And, you know, of course, that can't be true because the elder god told me so. Oh, but it can. And it is. And you are powerless, Thunder God. And so this is when I lose more respect for the movie and everybody in it. So Sindel has a move in the game. We all know that she has prehensile hair. She can grab you, sling you, do all this with her hair. Instead of showing that, she grows dreadlocks and she slaps Raiden in the face with them.
I heard dreadlocks, but shitlocks.
So, and then it's time to twirl. Twirl on my haters.
Twirl. I don't know why y'all... Pride, baby.
Like, what was she doing? And she just teleports away while Jade sneaks off.
Gone with the Wind Fabulous.
Because Liu Kang was like, I'm about to beat your motherfucking ass. Why Jade was a villain in this movie when she's Katana's best friend in the game, I don't know. So apparently Sindel can teleport. She never teleports again. They get back to Shao Kahn. He's slapping bitches. He slapped the shit out of Jade. He like, what the fuck you supposed to kill him, ho? Sindel like, you gotta listen to her. Like, we would have died. It was only two of us. Reptile got his ass whipped by one person. He's like, look, I ain't trying to hear all that. He feed Jade to another CGI
fire
troll.
I don't know, and it burps after it eats her. I hate it. Let's move on.
Like, why did they add these?
It's time for the finale, guys. It's time for the finale. We've given you too much. Trust. It's time for the finale. So Raiden's daddy, his name is Shinnok.
That pisses me off even more. That Shinnok.
He demands that Raiden submit to him. So and they can restore their broken family and he's get rid of these mortal friends, get them out of here. Raiden says, I'm not doing it. So Shao Kahn is like, all right, wow. He blows him and then
wipe yourself
Raiden
off.
Did.
You did.
You did. And then we get then it's the fight. Jack says, Mr. Ed is mine. Katana says, I'll take my mother. And Sonya, leftovers are fine with me. Why were there leftovers? Why couldn't they use someone else for this part? Why wasn't it Cyrax? It should have been goons in the laboratory.
To be fair.
No! Stop. No, there's no to be fair in this fucking movie.
Those are Mortal Kombat characters. She fought Ermac. And she fought Noob Saibot.
Move on. They all win their fight. Let's just
they start losing. Now they lose first.
Of course, it's a movie. We have to run. We have to pad the runtime.
Well, speaking of runtime, it's time for animalities. So Liu Kang turned into a dragon, and I don't even know if it was a dragon. I don't know if it was.
This was the worst thing I think I've seen in my life.
The Power Ranger Zords.
I would have rather that.
Look better than this.
I would have rather he turned into fucking Reptar.
Shao Kahn.
I was so
Reptar,
mad.
Gotta love that Reptar.
If Shao Kahn turns into it, is that a Hydra?
Yes, it is. And you're mad about it. So they just
wait. So Liu Kang is with Shao Kahn and they separate and he turns into this dragon. I counted the seconds. It was 18 seconds he had to slash Shao Kahn's throat, but he sat there and waited till Shao Kahn turned into a Hydra to fight it. We could have been done.
It's not an hour and 30 minutes yet. So they run out of money, so they have to turn back human. And
well, no, they don't run out of money. Shinnok tries to intervene, and the two other elder gods come and they put their hand on his shoulders, like, "No, baby,
you want to talk about their CGI?
We're not doing this."
Water and
but
fire.
They had the best line, and he said, "The winner of this tournament will be." What did he say? The winner of this
will be determined by Mortal Kombat.
And then the songs are
and fight. So yeah, like she said, they win their fights. They all overcome. They all listen to Raiden's advice. Jax takes his arms
somehow
off.
Sonya's shirt gets back clean after she fought in mud. But
she said she was going to a river.
Okay.
She has a white shirt on, y'all.
Yes,
so Jax takes his arms off and he beats Mintaro because he had to get his self-confidence back. Sonya, he goes and saves Sonya. She finally asked for help. You remember, she never did, and then she finally asked for help, and then she snaps Ermac's neck. I've never seen a neck snap like that. Whatever. And then Kitana was gonna whip Sindel ass anyway because she was sitting there playing a lot of them damn gay slurs she was giving out. And so, but she doesn't get killed though. She like, you gonna sit here and you gonna watch him die. And then Liu Kang beat the fuck out of Shao Kahn, of course, man. What else was he gonna do? He was gonna do that anyway. But there's no like super move, like there's no fireball this time. He just beats his ass, and then he loses his little dragon thing that's their family sigil, and then
turns into a real dragon. It was weird. Yeah,
and then Shinnok gets. What has happened to him? He gets in a TV screen like Freddy, like
turned into a cube that is folded up, and then it just poof disappears. I hated it. And
then the Elder Gods are like, "Oh my God, you guys, we need a replacement. So let's bring Raiden back to life real quick." And Raiden becomes an Elder God, and he grows his hair back, and he like, "Thanks y'all, peace." And then the world goes back to normal, and Sindel is back alive, and she's like, "Oh my God, I love you, my daughter," and everybody's happy and it's peaceful, and
they knew that there was not going to be a sequel, baby. They didn't give you no cliffhanger. We solved everything. We did it. But that is Mortal Kombat Annihilation. We
feel annihilated.
Did not enjoy.
I feel annihilated.
It annihilated me.
Like, there were so many plot points, like all these characters coming and disappearing, and all these plot points getting left off. What was the third test? Night Wolf?
I told you.
And then they throw
out the fight.
They throw out names like Cabal and Stryker, but we never see them. Like, they're just like
Cabal and Stryker died off camera.
So it's just like it's like they listened to Tiffany a little bit because she was like, y'all could have used these characters that you didn't use in the first movie to just supplement these characters that you made up. And they were like, so Tiffany said we need more characters. So they just threw a bunch of people at us, but didn't give them no storyline. Half the people didn't have lines. They didn't do anything. They're just there existing. Oh my God, I completely forgot about the tragedy of Baraka and his costume when Liu Kang goes to get Katana out the cage. Hey, Baraka, did you see that costume? That's a Chuck E. Cheese costume.
It was so bad.
And then we've got to y'all. Shiva died. Shiva died because she gets slammed by a cage.
Don't watch this movie. Don't watch. We're not backtracking. I'm not allowing it. I will edit all of that out. Everybody did, but Sonya, Jax, Kitana, Sindel, and Liu, and Raiden.
And a lot of these people are supposed to be Asian, but they're not.
That was Mortal Kombat. I'm giving Mortal Kombat a 2.
Oh, okay.
It's not a movie I will watch again. I'm not watching it again. I thought I was never watching it again till I saw it was on our list.
I'm gonna give
CGI was terrible. The story was terrible. It was too much. It was too much.
It was
too much.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give it 2 as well. I'm just gonna look for hopefully this sequel that the reboot's about to make is good. And they redeem themselves. But no, y'all, like it. I would say maybe little kids would like it because if you play the game and then you watch this, it's like, oh, look at the moves. But that's all it's gonna give you. It's not gonna give you a story. It's not gonna nothing. I'm sorry. They need their asses beat.
Mama no.
I'm really surprised Liu Kang came back for it because it's like he's not a bad actor.
No, he did the best he could. What was given.
Well, he was also probably top billed because he's main character. So.
Very true.
Money, yeah.
But yeah, that was Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Do not recommend. Please come back next week. We're going to be watching Deep Blue Sea. Deepest, bluest, my head is like a shark's fin. Deepest, bluest, my head is like a shark's fin. I am so excited. We will see you then. Bye.
Bye.
Where did you hide it, Dan? Please be sure to send us your requests at booshakalakapodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter X, BOOshakalakapod. You can also find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Instagram at BOOshakalakapodcast.